Hello, my favorite eighth graders. Congratulations on finishing Jerry Spinelli's novel, Stargirl. You, at this point, should have done the Windows and Mirrors assignment. You finished your character tracker. The very last Stargirl assignment we're going to do is a Stargirl book review. This assignment will be due Friday, May 8th. The very, 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 very last day you can possibly turn it in is May 29th. Okay? But I would encourage you, try and get it in by Friday, May 8th. Your book review will need to be 2 paragraphs long, and each paragraph has specific requirements for you to meet. You can read about these requirements in the assignment, but I'm also going to walk you through them right now so that you can understand them really well. Your first paragraph should be 5 to 8 sentences long. I know, gasp. It should include the title and the author, and it should discuss how characterization made the book more or less enjoyable. More specifically, you can think, did you relate to the characters, and did you feel that the author developed the characters well? I would suggest that you look back at your character tracker to help you with this part. That will make this paragraph really easy to write because you've already done most of the work. You can see it's all connected. In paragraph 1, you also need to include one iced quote from the book. Remember, to ice a quote, you introduce it, you cite it, and you explain it. For your second paragraph, it will also need to be 5 to 8 sentences long. In this paragraph, you're going to be explaining your biggest takeaways as a reader. For example, what parts of the book did you connect with the most or enjoy the most? What parts of the book did you find the most boring or frustrating? Paragraph 2 will also need to include an iced quote. And at the end, you should share what kind of readers would enjoy this book and if you would recommend this book to others and why or why not. This will be 4 points total, okay? As always, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we grade things. Follow all of the directions in the prompts to get a 4. This is the rubric that I'm going to be using to grade. You can pause now if you want to take a good look at it. Let's look at an example of what a level 4 book review would be. This is a level 4 paragraph 1. It says, recently I read The House of the Scorpion by Nancy Farmer. This is a science fiction novel about the clone of a major drug lord. The clone named Matt is a great example of a round and dynamic character. While he is naive and kind at the beginning of the book, he becomes more jealous and even vindictive, taking revenge towards other characters in the middle of the book. Fortunately, his friends Maria, Tamlin, and Celia help him change as they teach him that patience and love can do anything. Farmer 209. Because I could see Matt's strengths and weaknesses, I felt I could relate to him more, which made me care about him as a character. This was a good move on the author's part because then I really felt something when Matt succeeded or failed. You'll notice this example that I wrote is about House of the Scorpion. You will, of course, be writing yours on Stargirl. So let's look and make sure that this meets all the requirements for paragraph 1. First, is it 5 to 8 sentences? Yes, it is. Second, did I include the title and the author? You can see in pink highlight, I did. You'll also notice that the title is italicized because we italicize book titles. Did I discuss characterization? You'll see most of this paragraph was about characterization. I talk about how Matt is round and dynamic and why, and I talk about his strengths and weaknesses, okay, categories of a round character. Finally, did I ice a quote? Yes, I did. I used the quote, patience and love can do anything, from the book. It was on page 209. I know that because my citation has the author's last name, Farmer, and the page number, 209. The author's last name in Stargirl is Spinelli, and then you would do the page number that you found the quote on. You can look at the PDF to find that page number. Let's look at paragraph 2. It says, the first half of this book was very fast-paced and exciting to read. I couldn't put the book down during the scene where El Patron wanted Matt's heart for himself, especially when Celia used poison to make Matt's heart too unstable to transplant, Farmer 235. It was so intense. However, the second half was much slower as it followed Matt's journey after he escaped from El Patron. This part seemed to drag on, and I missed reading about Tom, El Patron, Celia, Tamlin, and Maria. In the end, I still felt it was worth reading. I would recommend this book to people who like stories with lots of plot twists, like the 2019 film Knives Out. So in paragraph 2, you can see I have 5 to 8 sentences. I met that requirement, so I would get points for that. I talked about my takeaways as a reader, the parts that were most exciting, that I was most invested in, and the parts that seemed slow or frustrating for me. You can see I iced a quote as well. Okay, I introduced my quote, I give you my quote, make Matt's heart too unstable to transplant. I cite it with the author's last name and page number, Farmer 235, and then I go on and add an explanation. And then in pink, you can see my book recommendation. I do recommend this book, and I think that people who like stories with plot twists would enjoy this book. So that is an example of a level 4 book review. You're going to have 2 paragraphs. You're going to follow the instructions for each paragraph. You totally got this. I'm super excited for you. Here's your rubric again if you want to pause and take another look at it. Remember, this is due Friday, May 8th. Good luck, and I'm excited to